Okay, hello and welcome to the video. This video is about the intentional hyperinflation of the dollar by the US government. And why they do this is because, as I'm going to explain, it allows them to steal the value of government bonds without actually paying their full true value back to the lenders who lent that money with to them to buy the bonds. All right. So there was a time when I remember this, by the way. $3 an hour was the minimum wage. And if you made $9 an hour, you could support a family of a wife and three children if you made $9 an hour. Um, just to give an example of this, I just saw an article on MSN.com that explained that some senator has introduced a bill to raise the federal minimum wage to $25 an hour. If they do that, it's going to inflate the currency even more because the employers have to make money off of their business. So it's going to inflate the currency even more. The price of a gallon of milk will go to $8 a gallon, and the price of clothing will nearly double, and so forth. The price of a hamburger will be $15 at McDonald's or Burger King, and so on. Um, but the government actually wants that because by devaluing the dollar, it devalues the federal debt, which they owe to the banks and to the bondholders because they can't pay the interest on the debt, much less the debt itself anymore. So, in other words, the federal government is collapsing and is making the same mistake that the Germans made during the Great Depression, which is intentionally devaluing their currency until the point that you'll need a wheelbarrow, literally a wheelbarrow load of cash to make the slightest purchase. This is going to sound mean, but there shouldn't actually even be a minimum wage. You should get paid what you're worth, not 1 cent less and not 1 cent more. There should not be a federal minimum wage. And there shouldn't be a state minimum wage either. You should get paid exactly what you are worth to the employer, not 1 cent more and not 1 cent less. It shouldn't be your employer's responsibility to buy your health and life insurance either. The reason everything costs so much now is because we're paying unskilled people who have literally no job skills $20 an hour to pick lettuce and $20 an hour to flip burgers at Burger King. And now they want to make it $25 an hour. That's preposterous. I'm medically disabled now, and honestly, God, I never made $20 an hour in my life unless I was making double or overtime on a holiday. And I have more college education than most people alive. It is preposterous what we're paying people to do totally unskilled labor jobs now. And that's intentionally that way by the federal government just to end it, and it's destroying the middle class, by the way. There is no middle class now. Now everybody's either rich or poor. There's no middle ground. And if they pass this new bill, it's going to make that problem even worse. You won't be able to own your own home unless you're a trillionaire. And so far, there's only one trillionaire. But if they keep inflating the currency, there might be 100 trillionaires. They won't be wealthy, but they'll have $1 trillion.